Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Monday, November 28th, 2016, and I am Krista Bowman. In campus news, Tarleton's 23rd Annual Holiday Arts and Crafts Showcase will be held this Friday, December 2nd in the Thompson Student Center. This year's event includes more than 60 vendors who will be selling a variety of arts, crafts, and food items. In addition to shopping, Santa and Mrs. Claus will make an appearance from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the lower level of the Thompson Student Center to allow children to have their picture taken with them. The showcase will be open to shoppers from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. In regional news, it is beginning to look like Christmas in Comanche County with Comanche's Christmas on the Square light display. Volunteers illuminated the light display around Comanche County Courthouse last Wednesday evening, marking the beginning of the holiday season. The Comanche Chief newspaper reports that in past few years, hundreds of cars have been seen circling the courthouse and viewing the light display that is synced with music from the radio station 87.9. If you're driving through the area, tune in to FM 87.9 to enjoy the show. The display will be up until early January. And now today's Texas, national, and international news from the Associated Press. In state news, a Republican member of the Electoral College from Texas says he's resigning rather than casting one of the state's 38 electoral votes for Donald Trump. Art Cisneros previously told the Associated Press that he was wavering on supporting Trump because the Republican is not biblically qualified for office. In a lengthy weekend blog post, Cisneros explained that the best option for him to take at this point would be to resign his position as an elector. Texas doesn't require its presidential electors to vote in accordance with the state's presidential election results. Trump won Texas by around 9 percentage points and captured 290 overall electoral votes to Hillary Clinton's 232. State electors meet in Austin and state capitals nationwide next month to vote for president and will also vote then on Cisneros' replacement. In national news, an investigation is underway this morning at Ohio State University after reports say an attacker purposefully drove over a curb into a crowd and got out of the vehicle and began chasing and stabbing people with a butcher knife. As of this morning, it has been reported there have been 10 people injured in the attack. An Ohio State University spokesman says the suspect in an attack on campus has been shot and killed. The Associated Press released a video of students describing the attack. Here's what they had to say.
Well, I was walking to the library before class, and I was walking down 15th, and the first alert didn't really say anything. It just said, stay safe, run, stay, hide. And then a couple minutes later, we got a report that there was an active shooter on campus. And some people started running up. I was walking down 15th. People started running up 15th. And a couple people were like, don't go to campus. There's an active shooter. But I mean, obviously kept walking. And then when I walked by college and I saw the police sirens and stuff, I wanted to kind of find out what was going on.
I was on my way to class, and there was a text message that went out saying there was an active shooter, so I took cover. I've been waiting here ever since. All I know is a couple of my friends are stuck inside. Kind of scared, a little frazzled. I wasn't expecting it, especially after Thanksgiving weekend. So I'm just hoping and praying that all my friends are okay and that everybody is safe and nobody else gets hurt.
In other news, concerns raised about the behavior behind the wheel of a Tennessee school bus. Bus driver Jonathan E. Walker was charged with vehicular homicide after a deadly Chattanooga school bus crash. Records indicate that the school bus carrying 37 students wrecked off of the posted route. Walker was in custody at the Hamilton County Correctional Facility on Friday. His court hearing is scheduled for tomorrow morning. Walker has received numerous complaints by parents complaining that he cursed at the children on the bus and slammed on his brakes, causing the children to hit their heads and fall out of their seats. Walker was an employee of an outside school bus contractor called Durham School Services, so it is possible that the district may not have access to all of his complaints. In international news, Sweden's Christmas goat, a giant goat made out of straw and wood, is turning 50 this year. Every Christmas since 1966, the city of Gävle in central Sweden builds a giant version of the straw goat, an ancient Scandinavian Yuletide character that precedes Santa Claus as a bringer of gifts. Unfortunately, the large wooden goat also attracts arsonists and seldom survives the season without someone trying to burn it down. To improve its chance for survival this season, the big goat is set up on Sunday and will be equipped with closed-circuit security cameras. And now for more national and international news, we turn to the AP News Minute.
This is AP News Minute. Flags are flying at half-staff in Havana, Cuba, following the death of longtime leader Fidel Castro. The U.S. and French embassies did not lower their flags. Transition officials say President-elect Donald Trump has more meetings with possible administration hires on Monday in New York. There's still no final choice for Secretary of State. Wisconsin election officials meet on Monday morning to try to determine their timeline for recounting the state's presidential votes. Green Party candidate Jill Stein requested the recount after Donald Trump narrowly topped Hillary Clinton in Wisconsin. One person was shot dead, 9 more were wounded in the New Orleans French Quarter early Sunday. Authorities believe 2 men fired at each other after an argument. The suspects remained at large early Monday. Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
In sports-related news, the head football coach Charlie Strong was fired from the University of Texas in Austin after a 31-9 loss against TCU this past Saturday. Tom Herman, a former UT graduate assistant and former ex, left coaching at the University of Houston to take on the title of the third head football coach at UT. Also, the Dallas Cowboys took home the 10th straight win on Thursday at AT&T Stadium in Arlington against the Washington Redskins. This marks a new record for the longest winning streak in NFL history. The weather today is brought to you by the National Weather Service. Today's forecast will be sunny with a high of 69 degrees and southwest winds of up to 25 miles per hour. Tonight's forecast will be partly cloudy with a low of 46 degrees and southwest winds of up to 10 miles per hour. Today's broadcast was produced by Jared Gaddis and Jessica Barrow. You can follow us on www.texannews.net. Tune in tomorrow for the latest news from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas.